Foundation might be the best science fiction show that is on air at the moment. I know that the series got a lot of backlash for basically creating its own universe rather than following the books, but I have to admit that once you realize that these are completely different two stories, you see that the story of the TV show is far from a bad one. I was quite hesitant to openly like this show during the first season. However, now that we are 2 episodes into the second season, which is going great, I'm not ashamed to say that this is an excellent series for any sci-fi fans. In fact, now that the first 2 episodes have established what's been going on with the Cleons, the Foundation, and even heralded the coming of the Mule, I'm more excited than ever for the upcoming episodes. The first thing I expect to see in episode 3 of the series is, of course, more details on the Mule. Who he is, when he comes to the scene, what's his purpose, why is he looking for the second Foundation, when does exactly the Empire fall, and how come the world gets into such chaos in 150 years? All these questions will start to get answers as of episode 3, as the previous 2 episodes were busy with establishing the questions. I expect Selden to start comprehensive research on figuring out all the details about the Mule with the assistance of Gale. At the same time, they will also lay out the foundation for the second Foundation in this episode, which will act as a balancing mechanism for the first Foundation. In the meantime, the first Foundation is busy with finding Hober Mallow, who will be a key character in saving Foundation. I believe we will meet Hober Mallow in this episode, who will emerge as a con man who pretends to be an interplanetary trader played by Dimitri Leonidas. According to Leonidas, who gave an interview on his character recently, Hober will be a lot to take in. He defined Hober as follows: trying to control Hober is one of the things that makes him hard to control. He presents authority, the feeling of being shackled in any way. It's exactly one of the things that drives him to be the way he is. I think his need to feel free, to be a free person, is something that's quite motivating for him, but I think on another level, there's also, through Hober's eyes, as cynical as they are, the audience actually gets quite an accurate look of what the universe is and what the Empire has become.
Hober Mallow, who is intergalactic con man, I guess. When you first meet him, he's sort of this kind of lone wolf that travels the galaxy, conning little civilizations and communist dictators that are running planets. He goes and steals their valuables and flies off, and he gets sucked into Hari Seldon's psychohistory. He unwittingly and reluctantly, I should say, is pulled into the second crisis.
When I hear those sentences, I was over the moon, because I feel like one thing this show is missing is a free spirit who refuses to be bound to any authority. Somewhat of an anti-hero we will all hate to love. Another character that I expect to get to know a bit better in episode 3 is Queen Sareth. It's clear that she has some complicated and even threatening ideas about the Empire, but it's also clear that she believes she has a lot to gain from a potential marriage with Brother Day. This episode is likely to witness the two tie the knot. Even if they wouldn't get married officially, I'm certain that they will be intimate, which is likely to cause some complicated feelings to surface. I personally believe that Queen Sareth will have a finger in overthrowing the Cleons and eventually the Empire. I'm not sure if her politics will have a domino effect, or the fact that her heirs will ruin the cloning system of the 3 brothers that will end up causing the fall of the Empire. But there is no doubt that she will be one of the responsible parties in the downfall. On that note, I expect Damerzel to be more active in this episode. I feel like perhaps the most annoying thing about this show in comparison to the books is that they undermine the importance of Damerzel quite a bit. I would like to see more of her character and role in ruling the Empire. I believe her resentment of Brother Day for wanting to produce his own heirs is a great opportunity to explore her character more deeply. She will probably have a one-to-one interaction with Sareth in this episode, expressing her discomfort with the entire situation. All these aside, I can't wait to watch more of Lee Pace as Brother Day. What are your expectations from episode 3 of Foundation Season 2? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.